Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we are discussing Ragnarok, chapter 86. Yes! We get Soji versus Susanoo, and it is so freaking cool. I did not expect them to go in this direction with the way Susanoo's personality is and why he's fighting Soji. So again, very cool. And let's just jump right onto the review, shall we? You know the drill. Subscribe if you're interested. If not, it's cool. Just let me know what you all think about this chapter, all right? And who do you think's gonna win? My money's all on the humans, all day, every day. All right. All right. Let's go right in. Then we cut to the first page where Heimdall is essentially announcing that the arena's done and that they are ready to continue on with the match. And they made a few changes because the last match, well, Apollo did strike some of the other gods, so they kind of had to expand it and lower it. And in doing so, they recreated the stage of the 10th round, the perfect recreation of the portion of Kyoto, Japan at the end of the Edo period. And the gods are like, wait, what? Who did the god really? Did Susanoo really request all this? We learn why later on, which is actually pretty neat. I actually really do like that. As Heimdall continues, the gods have lost or have won five victories and four losses. The countdown to humanity's extermination is only at two. So yeah, humanity, they can't lose two more or that's it. They're done and dusted. And holy freak, this fight! I honestly, I do think Soji's gonna win, but I could see it being a tie. I'm not gonna lie, I can honestly see it going that way. But as that's happening, as Heimdall's announcing, he says, "The greatest sword god in the heavens descends in ancient times. This god struck down the eight-headed serpent Yamato no Orochi with his Suska no Toragi, the sword of 10-hand breaths." I'm so sorry, Japan, for mispronouncing that. Kinjutsu, that means swordsmanship at the moment, was born in the world. Oh, and fun fact, how Susanoo actually beat Orochi in the actual mythologies. He actually put out a few barrels of sake outside of Orochi's cave, and Orochi got drunk, passed out, and Susanoo cut his head off that way. Less epic, but hey ho. I mean, that's interesting, right? And then the sword was born from Orochi's tail, the legendary sacred treasure, Ame no Armare no Kuro no Sorgi, the heavenly sword of gathering clouds. I'm so sorry, Japan. With that sword in his hand, he was furious like a storm, swift like a lightning. He cut down evil gods of Tamakagara, the high plane of heaven. He is the sword god feared as the wild god, and now it's time to live up to his reputation. I am the origin of Kenjutsu, the strongest god slayer, Susanoo Mikoto. And right there we get Susanoo just in the arena, just just looking right to left. And he says, "This is the Bakumatsu." As he takes in a deep breath and breathes out, says, "I am hyped." So really cool. I like Susanoo's personality. First time we saw him going up, when he saw him, confronting Anubis, he was like, "Yeah, Anubis, I know you're next, but I don't care. I'm going in next." I see why he wants to meet Soji. So again, very cool. I love this. As Heimdall announces, and now mankind's challenger to the strongest god slayer in the heavens is this man. There was an era in Japanese history when the men were intense and were overflowing with fighting spirit. Swords and ideals clash, and many lives were lost in that place. It was Kyoto, at the end of the Edo period, in this city where countless swordsmen and masters were born. The peak of Kenjutsu was reached with the art of manslaying. Who is the strongest manslayer of this era? Yet funny enough, Heimdall announces many many members of the Senjugumi group here, where he's just announcing, is it this person? Is it this person? And again, I know there's a spin-off. I really got to get to reading that because I love Ragnarok, and that story does look very interesting where Soji's actually a part of it. So again, very, very cool there. As Heimdall continue announces, the small man dressed in light blue checkered Haori was feared by warriors as a demon. That sword died Kyoto and Okosuga in fear. the blood during the Kitsumabili era. His true identity, is he a human? Is he a demon? History's strongest manslayer. He is called the captain of the first unit of the Shinsengumi Okita Soji. As we get him right there with the sword drawn, staring down Susanoo as he kind of smiles and says to himself, I miss this town a lot. Even the blood smells the same. Okay, yeah, this is high testosterone here, fight here. And I know they say Soji's a boy. Honestly, don't know if he is. I think he's like a short man, but I could be wrong. If he's a boy, then holy freak. As Susanoo just watches Soji as Heimdall announces the strongest manslayer in the history and the heaven's strongest godslayer. Between those two, who is stronger? Fight! And right there, Soji gets ready, but Susanoo just kind of looks off to the right and he says, So, are you Okita Soji then? And Soji's like, huh? I mean, yeah? As Susanoo says, the store. That's Iriaka, right? And Soji says, ah, true. You are right. So, Susanoo knows this place very, very well. As Susanoo says, I see, this is Ikedaito. As he looks like he's about to charge Soji, but he doesn't. He just goes right up to the store and says, this is where the Senshugumi, with only 4 men, cut down their way to victory against over 20 members of the Koshi and the Super Loyal Samurais, and the one and only Ikida. Oh, I can see the sword marks on the pillar. This aftermath of the Ika incident has been faithfully recreated. And Soji's like, you really know about this place, don't you? And Susanoo's like, sure I do. The Bakumatsu period was my one and only dreamland. As Soji says, this place is somewhat dear to you. As Susanoo says, yeah. The sword I created was cleved by man over a long period of history, and in this Batsumatsu period, they mastered the art of manslaying. So interesting, I gotta say, with Susanoo here. Let's talk about this real quick. So Susanoo here, just watching all of this, I gotta say, like, it's very, very interesting that Susanoo's watching all of this, and when I first read it, I was thinking, wait, can Susanoo like feel like when people are using his techniques, and it seems to be that way. It seems that he knows that Soji is able to use these techniques in his gang, and so that's why he wanted to fight Soji so bad. As he's just there, as he says, the humans, they learned it and they learned the arts of manslaying. As he says, that's why I've been waiting for so long. It was for you, the strongest manslayer of Bakutsu period, Okita Soji. This time I will fight you. Soji just kind of gives a blank stare and he says, this is not what I was expecting from the god of storms. And Susan's like, huh? And then we get some of Soji's friends from his gang are like, hey Soji, wake the F up. Come on. They're kind of like, berating, like, teasing Soji a bit. And then Kondo comes and just hits some of the members' heads. And he's like, cut that out. And Soji just kind of laughs and says, they are the same noisy fellas as always. And then Kondo just stands up proud and says, are you guys ready? We, the Shinsegurai Mai, will also go with Soji. As they all stand proud looking at their friend. As they're all like, yeah, it's good to see Soji's going to finally go all out and he has a healthy body to go with them. So Soji, he's got this. Essentially, they all believe, yeah, Soji's got this. He's going to win this for them because, he's the strongest manslayer in history. He's not going to disappoint his friends. And I gotta say, I like this a lot. And I gotta read the spin-off manga, or I guess the original manga, I guess I should say. But Soji was speaking in earlier chapters when he fights. He wants to he instead of dying last time like with a sickness, he wants to die swinging his sword. So raising up a bit of red flags. I still think he's gonna win, but it's like, you're raising some red flags, Soji. Don't do that to me. And then we cut down saying a healthy body, the nostalgic air, and the strongest opponent. Finally, I can fight to death with all my heart. And he raises the red flag again. But holy freak, and a chapter. Yes. Oh man, I love Record of Ragnarok so much. The character work, the story, the themes is just so freaking great and all of this, and that's why I love this story so much. and just speculating on who's going to win between Susanoo and Soji is just very, very interesting to me. And again, if you listen this far, I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And let me know who you guys think is going to win this fight. I still think it's Soji. My second guess would probably be a tie, but who knows, right? But yeah, this chapter, I'm giving this chapter a freaking solid 9 out of 10. Top tier, man. Top freaking tier. I love it. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think of this chapter. Who do you think's gonna win? And I am looking forward to next week. I wish right now next month's release. So yeah, man, January is starting off with a bang, and I honestly could see towards probably mid to later this year this fight will probably conclude. I honestly could see it that way. But who knows? We might get a lot of flashbacks between them two, which I would not mind. Honestly, I would not mind because the writers do a great job with it. So anyway, that concludes my review. I hope you guys take care and have a great day. Later, guys.